All right, welcome back again to Yoga with myself, Amanda Wheeler. We are doing Yoga Detox 2 today. So going to be a little bit faster paced than Thursday was. A few more poses in there, but always just do whatever you can do, honor your own body. Don't push yourself too hard, always just keep yourself safe. And we will start with 3 yin poses today. You will want a bolster or maybe a couple of pillows and a folded blanket, a couple of blocks, maybe a strap, just so you can get comfortable in some of those yin poses. As usual, you can Venmo me just $5 for the class if you can afford it. If you cannot, just go ahead and message me. So Venmo is easiest. I do have a PayPal account set up, which I just have to figure out how to use it yet. And then I can also do a credit card over the phone through the True Healing Massage credit card reader. And we are going to start out with our 3 yin poses, but we always start out with our centering breath before we begin with any of those. Take a comfortable seat when you're ready. Just try to relax your shoulders, relax your arms down, either palms up or palms down, and then just gently close your eyes. I want you to smooth out your breath. Remember, try to take deep inhales in through the nostrils. Allow your ribs to expand in the front, the sides, and the back of your ribs. And as you exhale, allow the ribs to knit closer together. Your chest might move a little bit, but make sure most of the movement is in the rib cage and then the belly slightly follows. While you focus in on your natural breathing, you can pick a word or a phrase to focus on. This is sometimes called a mantra or even an affirmation. So if during this time you're experiencing extra anxiety or stress, or maybe just readjusting to different routines, different schedules, pick something that is encouraging or calming. So maybe your word is peace, maybe your word is calm, or maybe you have a phrase or an affirmation. I am safe, I am loved, I have joy. Focus in on that as we focus in on our breathing for a few more rounds. Take a couple more rounds of your breath. Slowly begin to let go of your word or your affirmation. Regulate your breathing. And when you're ready, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. All right, let's begin in Sphinx. So same one that we began in on Thursday is Sphinx pose. Reminder that yin poses are not working on the muscles, we're working on more the attachments, the fascia, the ligaments, the joints of the body. So we're not going to activate our muscles. We're going to try to just release any tension. This is very similar to Cobra, but this is Sphinx, different purpose. You can bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, wrists straight out from your elbows, tops of feet down onto the floor, but remember to try to relax the glutes and the calves. Now, if you want any support, you can put a blanket underneath your hips if you have any lower back pain. So always feel free to adjust yourself. You can also go up higher. You can either come up higher onto the hands, or you can use blocks or a bolster to come up higher, or pillows. So we're going to rest there for a couple more minutes. You can drop your head, so chin into chest if you would like. Smooth, steady breathing. Remember that Sphinx affects the urinary bladder and kidney lines, and it's going to open the stomach and spleen meridians. We're stimulating the kidneys in this position and the adrenal glands. You can probably already feel the joints that are affected are the lower spine, the lower back, and the neck. If you're dropping forward, you can even drop back if you want. If you notice that it's become quite comfortable, you can go ahead and bring yourself a little higher if you want. I won't have any music, but if you need music, go ahead and start some on your end. Nice deep breathing. Try to let all the tension go. A couple more breaths. When you're ready, come out nice and slow. Come onto your hands and knees. We'll go into a counter pose. You can go into just gentle cat and cow movements, so just little movements. And when you're ready, we're going into saddle. Come up onto your knees. Grab pillows or a bolster to go back behind you this time. This is going to be similar to a reclined hero pose. Tops of feet down onto the floor. You can have your knees kind of close together so that maybe your thighs touch once you come down onto your knees. Many different variations here. But again, we're going to affect the stomach, spleen, and urinary bladder along with the kidney lines. You're going to come back onto your pillow or bolster, and maybe you just rest here on your forearms. So remember, we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so you might want to start up here. And if you feel like you can go back further as we go, you can come down. You can drop your head back if you would like. You can begin to come deeper. Now, if you come deeper, you might want to sit between your heels, so it's completely up to you what's comfortable. You can come all the way down, and you can even come with arms overhead. So wherever you're at, pause there for about 2 minutes. If it becomes too deep, you can go back to Sphinx. The joints that we're working are the SI joints, the lower spine, your knees, and your ankles. Smooth, steady breathing. Allow your body to relax. Notice if you're holding any tension for your last few breaths and see if you can relax. When you're ready, remember to come up nice and slow. Press your elbows down so you can use your arms to assist yourself back up. And then we're all going to slowly come onto hands and knees. Sit onto your glutes. Lie onto your back. And just come into a reclined mountain pose. So we're going to straighten out your legs, flex your feet, bring your arms down to your sides. And with the feet flexed, we're just getting that motion back, that reverse motion in our ankles and feet. You can even move your feet back and forth if you need to. And getting the lower legs straightened back out. When you feel ready, you can come up. So you feel free to do windshield wipers if you ever need to. Sometimes that helps. Come back up. Come onto your hands and knees. Our last yin pose is sleeping swan. Similar to pigeon, we're going to bring the right knee up behind the right wrist. Turn your right heel out towards your left hip. You're going to scoot that left knee back as far as you can. Keep your hip bones pointing straight ahead. Bring the top of your left foot down. And now you might want some blocks or your pillows or bolster to just rest up here. And then you can relax your head. If you can go all the way down, come down to your forearms. Remember, the left hip needs to turn forward and come down. Relax your head. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes, so get comfortable. Stay up high if you have any discomfort. And remember to relax and release all of the muscles. Let yourself just kind of melt into the pose. We're allowing the joints and the fascia, the connective tissue, to release so we can get a little bit more mobility. If you decide to go deeper as we go longer, go to where you're comfortable. Smooth, deep breathing, and relax. And always repeat your affirmation or your word while we're in these yin poses. Couple more deep breaths. When you're ready, come back up. Make your way back into your tabletop. You can do some cat and cows if you want, or you can go into down dog. Feel free to walk out your legs in your down dog if you want, just to loosen up a little bit. And then come back down to your hands and knees and left side. Slide your left knee up behind your left wrist. Open up that left heel so it's underneath your right hip, roughly underneath your right hip bone. Scoot your right knee back, top of your right foot down. Again, go to your comfort level. So if you want that pillow or bolster underneath your forearms, go ahead. Relax your head wherever you're at and try to release any tension in the muscles. We're doing the yin poses first because yin is done when your muscles are cool, which means you have not done any heated activity before yin. This is for the safety of the joints. If the muscles are too hot and loose, you can injure the connective tissue. So just allow the muscles to rest. Remember, we're staying here for a couple minutes with your breath. Feel free to deepen if you get comfortable enough to go further. Use your prompts as much as you need. Couple more deep breaths. When you're ready, slowly come back up. Back to your hands and knees again. Feel free to go into down dog or just do some cat and cow movements. From your down dog, go ahead and come back to your hands and knees in your tabletop. We're done with the yin poses, so if you need your props out of the way, just go ahead and slide them out of the way. We're going to begin with just a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to go into a lot of detox poses, a lot of twists, a lot of flows. Just take your time and modify as you need. In your tabletop, sway your hips side to side. If you feel like you need to do some circles, go ahead and do some circles to loosen up your hips. Just want to go both directions the same amount of times if you're doing some circles. And then go ahead and come back to your tabletop when you're ready. Twisted child's pose. We're going to lift the left arm up and open first. Lift your chest. And then sweep your left arm under your right armpit. Rest the outside of your left shoulder down and the left side of your head. Come up to the fingertips of your right hand. Maybe crawl your right hand over your head if it's comfortable. You can bring the tops of your feet down if you want. You can even bring your knees closer if you want. Gentle twist in through the upper body. Come back to the center. Back to your tabletop. Right side, lift your right arm up and open, lift your chest. Sweep your right arm underneath your left armpit. Outside of your right shoulder down, right side of your head down. On your left fingertips, you can stay there or crawl the left arm out. Gentle twist in through that upper body. Make sure your hips stay square. Couple more breaths there. Come back onto your tabletop when you're ready. Step your feet back and press back into down dog. Walk out your legs a little bit. Now we are going to start to warm up. So warm up the legs. Bend you one knee at a time. And just walking it out. Press through your hands. Start to press both feet down towards the floor. Get your shoulders onto your back. Pull your belly back. We're going to work a lot on detox, so keep your deep breathing throughout everything. Look up between your hands. Walk or float forward into a forward fold, and then inhale all the way up to mountain. Add a back bend in your high mountain if you want. And then exhale, palms down to heart center. All right, here we go. If you need blocks up by you for forward folds, make sure you have them there. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, lift up into high mountain. Exhale, palms together, bend your knees and forward fold. Release your hands to the mat, release your head and neck, relax there. Keep your feet firmly planted, even weight between the toes and heels. Tilt your tailbone, relax that belly to your thighs. Remember to keep your knees bent as much as you need. Inhale up halfway, maybe hands come below your knees. Upside down L here. Relax your neck though, look straight down. And as you exhale, bend your knees, forward fold again. Relax your head and neck. Interlace your hands behind your back.
for this forward fold, hands down. Roll your shoulders back. Extend your arms if you can. But remember, we're working more on the shoulders, coming back. Relax your head and neck. Couple more breaths there. Release your hands down to the mat into a forward fold. Step your left foot back into lunge. Get your right knee over your right ankle. Get up onto the ball of your back foot. Revolve lunge. Plant your left hand down. Lift your chest. Twist open. Lift your right arm up. Remember, twist to the upper body. Hug your right knee in. Pull your feet towards each other and really lift up. Now we're going to do some threading of the needle. If you need a block underneath your left hand, you'll get some more height there. You're going to thread underneath your left armpit and back up. At least 3 times, maybe 5. Keep breathing. Good to inhale as you reach and exhale as you twist. When you're done, bring your hands back down into your lunge. Step forward with your left foot, come into forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Clench your right hand. Lift your chest. Inhale, twist open, lift your left arm up. Hug your left knee in, pull your feet towards each other. Create that strength. If you need a block under your right hand, grab it and place it there. Thread the needle at least 3 times under the right armpit and back up. Exhale as you twist. Do as many as you feel comfortable. And then when you're ready, come back into your lunge. Step your right foot forward into forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift halfway forward, come all the way up into mountain. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Get up onto the ball of your feet. Pull your belly back, engage your glutes. Remember to relax the shoulders a little bit. Rock back and forth at least 3 times. We're trying to get some heat in through the body. Maybe 5 times, maybe more if you have time. Pause back in your plank when you're done. Hug your elbows in. You can bring your knees down or just slowly chaturanga down to your belly. Bring the tops of your feet down. Bring your hands to your upper ribs, cobra. Roll your shoulders back. Hug the elbows in. Lift forward. Press up as high as you can go. Relax the shoulders. Couple more breaths. Release down. Tuck your toes under. Come up into down dog. Relax your head. Pause for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, look up between your hands. You can walk up to forward fold like we did before. You can slowly float if you're at that level. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Forward fold. You can stay here or join us in another flow. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step or float back into plank. Chaturanga. Into up dog. You can go to cobra here if you'd like as well. Down dog. And back to forward fold. You can walk or float. Meeting everybody in forward fold here. If you stayed there, we're back with you. Low lunge on your right side. Step your left foot back into a low lunge. Squeeze your thighs into the center. Pull your feet towards each other. Lift your chest. Straighten out that back. When you're ready, sweep your arms up to high lunge. Pause here for a few breaths. Sit deeper into your lunge if you'd like. Add a twist. Bring your right hand to your hip. Twist that left elbow or tricep over to your right thigh. Bring your palms together. Remember, you can stay up higher if you need. A few breaths here. Maybe open your arms a little deeper. Now, if you have the space, we're gonna go into a side crow later, so prepare yourself for that, just so you know you have enough space around you. Come back to your high lunge. Plant your hands. Now we're gonna go back into a plank, but float that right leg back. Weight into the hands, float the leg back, release it down. Come forward into plank, chaturanga, into up dog. Shoulders back, chest forward, back into down dog. Look up between your hands, walk or float forward, back into forward fold. Pause there for a couple of breaths if you need. Otherwise, come up halfway when you're ready. Forward fold again. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Other side, low lunge on the left foot forward, right foot back. Hug your thighs in, lift your chest. Straighten out your back. Come up to high lunge when you're ready. Find your balance. You can stay here if you want, or come into twisted lunge again. Left hand to your hip, twist, right elbow or tricep over to your left thigh, palms together. Few breaths. Gently twisting. Come back to your lunge when you're ready, hands down. Plant your hands as best as you can, float the left leg back, nice and slow. Bring it down. Chaturanga into up dog or a cobra. Relax the shoulders down. Down dog when you're ready. And then walk it forward or float forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms down. And mountain pose. Bring your arms to your sides. You can separate your feet hip distance. Pause and breathe there. I'm going to turn for this next part so that you can see me, but this is where we will go into side crow. So if you need space beside you, please make sure there's space. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lift your arms up. Point your palms in, but leave the palms about shoulder distance. Chair pose, lift your toes up, sit back and down into your chair pose. As deep or as high as you want to go. Squeeze the legs in towards the center. Lift your chest. When you're ready, we're going to twist to your right. I will just mirror you in case you're facing the camera. So you're going to bring your right hand to your hip and then twist over towards your right side. So right hand's on your hip, left arm goes to your right thigh. Palms together in your twisted chair. Now you can stay here or you can join me in side crow. Bring your right hand down, just outside of, or bring your left hand down, outside of your right foot. Bring your right hand across. You're gonna balance, bend the elbows, hug the elbows in, and you're gonna lean onto the elbows, pull your heels towards your hips. You can come back when you're ready, and then everyone meets back up in mountain pose. Other side, feet together. Inhale, lift your arms up, palms pointed in. Sit back into your chair pose. Pause there. We're going to twist to the other side. Bring your left hand to your hip. Twist and bring your right elbow over towards your left thigh. Twisted chair pose, palms together. If you want to go into side crow, bring your right hand down outside of your left foot. Bring your left hand across in line with your other hand. Hug the elbows in, lean forward, find your balance. Pull your heels towards your hips. Come back into chair pose and back up to mountain. Relax your hands down. Separate your feet hip distance. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back into down dog. Good. I'm just going to turn so you can see the other way, but from your down dog, we're gonna lift the right leg up. Step your right leg up towards your hands and come into warrior one. So you're gonna spin the left heel down. Left foot turns open. Right knee stays bent as you come all the way up. Make sure your hip bones point straight ahead. You can bring your palms together if you'd like.
Adding eagle arms. We're gonna bring the arms to your sides. Cross your left arm over your right as you give yourself a hug. Maybe double wrap the forearms together. Pull your elbows down, but lift your chest. And we're gonna bow forward into a humble warrior, but first I want you to inhale, lift up, back bend. Exhale, fold.
You can fold as deeply as you want. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale all the way back up.
Keep your arms together. Step your left foot forward. Going into eagle. Lift your right leg up and cross your right leg over your left. You can hook the right big toe back behind your left ankle if you can. And now we're in eagle. Find your balance. Remember, hug the elbows down, lift your chest. Try to keep it all tucking in and wrapping tightly. Go ahead and release the arms. Release your legs. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, keep the right foot forward, step your left foot back into high lunge. Same thing with eagle arms. You're going to bring arms out to the sides. Wrap that left arm over the right again. You can wrap the forearms. I think you'll be able to see me if I don't move, so we'll see here. We're going to go into warrior 3 with eagle arms. Hug your elbows down. Lean forward. Step the left foot halfway forward if you need to. Find your balance. Remember, belly pulls back, but chest lifts forward. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Pause for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, release back into your high lunge. Release your arms, step forward, and shake it all up. So we did this on Thursday, but after all the wrapping and the contraction, you want to release all of the tension. Let the lymphatic system flow. All right, when you're ready, inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Press back into down dog. Lift your left leg up. Step your left leg up towards your hands and come into warrior 1 left side. Then the right heel down. Turn your right foot open slightly. Keep your left knee bent as you come all the way up. Warrior 1. Hips point straight ahead. Pull the belly gently back, but lift your chest. Adding the eagle arms. Bring your arms to your sides. Wrap your right arm over your left. Grab your shoulders. Maybe wrap your forearms. Hug your elbows down. Lift your chest. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward fold into humble warrior. You can go as deep as you want, so feel free to keep going if you really want to go a little further. Inhale, lift all the way up. Release your hands back into your high lunge. Step your right foot forward. Just giving the legs a little bit of a break here. If you want to go into a forward fold, go ahead. You'll lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way back up to high mountain. High lunge left side. Step your right foot back. Adding eagle arms. Arms to your sides. Wrap your right arm over your left. Give yourself a hug. Wrap your forearms if you can. Hug your elbows down. Going into warrior 3 now. Step your right foot halfway forward. Lean into your warrior 3. Find your balance. Slowly come back into your high lunge. Keep the eagle arms. We're ending with eagle. Step your right foot forward. Bring your feet together. Wrap your right leg over your left this time. Nope, I did it wrong, guys. Switch left leg over the right this time. Try to do the same side twice. You'd be unbalanced. The left leg wraps over your right. Hug the elbows down. Lift your chest and find your balance. Good, release. And shake it all out when you're ready. So get that lymph flowing again. Hopefully have a little bit of heat going in the body. Separate your feet hip distance. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step or float back into plank. Chaturanga into cobra or up dog. Back into down dog. Separate your feet hip distance. Twisted down dog. Press through your left hand. Find balance on that left side as you reach your right hand to the outside of your left shin, left ankle, maybe the left thigh. Push through your left hand. Gently twist, look underneath your left armpit. Try to keep your hips and feet in the same place. Come back into center in your down dog. Look up between your hands if you need to. Find balance on the right side. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Keep the feet and hips in line if you can. Gently turn and look under your right armpit. Slowly come back to center. Look up between your hands. Walk or float forward. From your forward fold, come all the way up to high mountain. Exhale, bring your palms down to heart center. Step towards the middle of your mat. Spin and face the long edge of your mat and take a nice wide stance. Turn your feet so your toes are pointing at the long edge. Bring your arms out to your sides. I'm going to mirror you in case you are facing the camera. Spin your right foot out so it points at the end of your mat. Bend your right knee into warrior two. Always remember to engage the glutes and tuck that tailbone under. Pull the lower belly up. We're gonna do what we did on Thursday. We're gonna go into reverse warrior first. Left hand to your thigh, lift your right arm up. The legs are gonna stay where they are. Just make sure you don't press on your knee. From reverse warrior, come into warrior two and to extended side angle. Reach to your right hand, right elbow to your thigh. Reach your left arm up and open. We're gonna do that at least 3 times. Back to reverse warrior. Back to extended side angle. Take your time. And back to warrior two. Straighten out your legs. Spin your right foot to the long edge of your mat. Spin your left foot open. Bend your left knee, warrior two. Reverse warrior, right hand to your thigh. Lift up through that left side. Come back to warrior two. Extended side angle. Take your time. Do it 3 times if you can. Come back to warrior two, and then straighten your legs when you're done. Take your time if you need to. Turn your left foot back to the long edge of your mat, hands to your hips. Pause in your wide-legged stance and catch your breath. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. Deep breaths. Try to do a little bit more of belly breathing for this one. All right, we're gonna come into wide leg forward fold when you're ready. Bring your hands to your hips. Tilt your butt back and hinge forward. Come into your wide leg forward fold. Hands down, right underneath your shoulders.
I'm gonna turn so you can see. Remember, stick your butt back behind you. Fold forward. Now, if you need blocks, make sure you have one in the center. We're gonna go into a twist. Couple options. If you can, you're gonna walk your hands over to your left ankle and fold in. If that's too much, place your right hand down and turn open, lifting your left arm. That's the same kind of twist. Then the right side, walk it over to your right ankle and fold in. Modification, left hand down and turn open, lifting your right. Do at least 3 times. Walk back to your left. Twisting to your left. Come back to the center and walk to the right. Keep breathing. Once you're done with 3 to each side, stop back in the center again. Tilt your tailbone back, equal weight in both feet, but pull your belly back as well. Let your chest lift forward. You might want to deepen your forward fold if you can or if you want to. And just pause there for a few more breaths. Walk your hands back out underneath your shoulders. We're gonna walk the feet in closer to each other, just a little bit. So you're gonna heel toe, kind of walk it in a little closer. Your heel is gonna turn in, toes are gonna turn out. Bend your knees and come up into a horse stance or goddess squat. While we're in this one, I'm gonna turn so you can see in your squat, we'll bring the arms up and down at least 3 times. So inhale up, exhale down and cross. Inhale up, exhale down and cross. So again, we're working on detox, getting all this blood flowing, getting the lymph flowing. And you can stop back with your hands onto your hips. Little bit of a twist again here. It's gonna feel a little bit unusual, but you're gonna turn your right shoulder in and then left shoulder in, at least 3 times. Take your time, be mindful of your body too. Just getting a little bit of compression in there. At least 3 times each. Come back into your squat when you're done. Straighten out your legs. You can step back to the center. Shake it all out again. Yeah. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale into a high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Lower your knees down. Walk your knees back and come into puppy pose. Remember, this is basically down dog on your knees. So knees are underneath your hips. Walk your hands out. Rest your forehead down if you can. We still want a little tip back of the tailbone. Pull your belly back. Relax your head. Focus on your deep breathing again. When you're ready, come back onto your hands and knees. Come into child's pose. Bring the tops of your feet down. Bring your big toes together. Separate your knees and still keep this little tilt back of your tailbone and try to bring your hips down. Remember, you can always have a blanket or blocks on top of your heels if you want to get your hips to rest. And just come into your child's pose. Rest your elbows and forearms down. Rest your forehead. And I'll have you pause there for a few breaths. Come back to the deep breathing. When you're ready, come back onto your hands and knees. I'm going to show you the little bit of a twist shoulder opener that we did on Thursday.
You're gonna come down to your belly, and I'll mirror you so you can kind of see what we're going for. Your right arm's gonna come out in a T, and remember it can go down or up, wherever your shoulder's comfortable. Now we're gonna bring the right side of your head down. Place your left hand either flat or on your fingertips. Just be mindful of this right shoulder here. Don't injure that. Keep it comfortable. As you turn your hips open, you're gonna bend the left knee and bring it back behind you and behind your glutes or to the side, and rest that left foot down. You can deepen this if you can. Be mindful that it's very deep for that front shoulder. You would just start to roll the top shoulder back more. And if you do need to walk this arm up a little more, go ahead. When you're ready, slowly come back, bringing both legs back down, bringing both arms back out, kind of in a cobra position. And then we'll do the other side. Left arm straight out. For me personally, I need my arm up slightly, so my hand goes slightly higher than my shoulder, but go where you're comfortable. Left side of your head down. Right hand is flat or on your fingertips with the elbow up. Lift the right leg up, bend your knee, and release that right foot back behind your glutes. Take your time. When you're ready, come back to the center. Come up to your hands and knees. Make your way onto your backs. If you feel like you want to lower your lights, dim your lights, or turn them off near the end here, you can. We have a couple of poses left. Come down onto your back. Gentle bridge pose. Separate your feet hip distance. Walk your heels so you can touch the longest fingertip there. Roll your shoulders under. Press through your feet and shoulders, lift your hips up. Maybe interlace your hands. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Keep that inner thigh engagement. Use your glutes to press up. Pull your belly back. Lift your chest. Bring your chin out of your chest. As usual, you can add a little bit more if you'd like to lift that right knee up. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Press through your left foot. Release that one down. And lift the left leg up. Extend your left leg straight up. Push through your right foot. And release it down. Meaning everybody back in bridge pose. Release your arms. Round your back down. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Come into plow pose if it's doable for you, or you can just stay here in reclined child's pose. In a plow pose, pull your knees towards your chest. Press your hands down, and you're going to use a little bit of momentum and core strength to lift the hips up. Straighten the legs out to your capacity. Maybe bring your toes down above your head or the ball of your feet. If your neck hurts at all, please come out. You can bend your elbows, place your hands at your lower back, and you can come into a shoulder stand. In your shoulder stand, engage your glutes to press your hips towards your head. Try to get your legs vertical. When you're ready, everyone's going to meet back in that reclined child's pose, coming out as slowly and safely as you can. Back in reclined child's pose. Set your feet down. Recline twist. Hug your right knee in. Straighten your left leg and flex your left foot. Keep your right knee hugging in with your left arm. Bring your right arm in a T out to your side. And we're going to hug that right knee up and across to your left. Let the hips rotate. Let the legs rotate. But keep your right shoulder down. So if you felt it come up, bring your leg back up a little. And look towards your right hand. Come back to the center when you're ready.
Rest your right foot, bend your left knee, and place your left foot down. Hug your left knee in, straighten out your right leg on the floor and flex your right foot. Hug your right knee up with your right hand and left arm out to the side. Bring your left knee up and across to the right. Look towards your left hand if you'd like. When you're ready, come back to center. Rest your left foot down, bend your right knee, and place your right foot down. You can go into a reclined child's pose or a happy baby, which is separating the knees. Arms come between the legs as you bring your hands to the outside of your feet. Bringing the knees down towards your armpits, you might rock side to side, or you might just stay here. Do any other pose that you feel like you need to do to feel balanced again. Since you're at home, grab whatever it is that you need to be comfortable. So maybe you grab a sweatshirt or a blanket or socks as we come back into our resting pose. I will start some music for you here. If you'd rather listen to your own, go ahead. But come into that comfortable resting position. I'll turn my lights down so that your screens are possibly not as bright. Once you come down into your comfortable resting position, you can be lying on your back with your knees bent, feet farther apart, and knees resting into one another in a triangle if you like. Let's see what music I want to put on for you today. You can even straighten your legs out. But no matter where your legs are, bring your arms out to your sides. Roll your palms up and gently close your eyes. Come back to your deep breathing. Maybe come back to your mantra or your affirmation if you have one. And with our detox today, try to release anything that is still tight, any more tension, anything that is still holding on. Every exhale, let it go even more. Keep breathing there.
begin to deepen your breath. Maybe start to move your fingers and your toes. And take your time as you bend your knees and roll over onto one side. You can rest on your side for a few breaths, or as long as you need to. And whenever you feel ready, use your hands to press yourself back up to your seated position. And making your way back into your comfortable seated position, rest your arms down, maybe palms up if it's comfortable. With your eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor, we'll end with 3 more deep breaths. Exhale completely. Take a deep inhale. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Smooth out your breath. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes again. Thank you all so much for joining me again. As usual, take your time getting up so you don't have to get moving right away. You can